The SkyPM Report Manager provides you with information and aids your decision-making process on board. This starting guide video tutorial will enable you to familiarize yourself with the basic functions of the SkyPM Report Manager and how to use it effectively to optimize your voyage. Feel free to rewind or pause anytime during the video. Pause at interesting passages, take notes if you want to, or take a look at the quick guides. SkyPM offers a live data view of various ship parameters in relation to ship speed, weather influences, and fuel consumptions to help optimize travel time and fuel consumption, thus saving costs. Voyage management allows the crew to import, create, and complete voyages successfully. Log entries support the crew in keeping records of events during voyage and whilst at port. In addition, a number of quick guides for various tasks are prepared. Starting Guide, Quick Guide Log Entry, Quick Guide Voyage Planning, Quick Guide SC Fixing, Quick Guide Fuel Switchover Report, Quick Guide Noon Report, Quick Guide Meteo Pilot. The quick guides give new users a basic understanding of SkyPM Report Manager functions, although they will not cover every detail of the application. A thorough description of SkyPM functions can be found in the SkyPM manual. In order to use the full function of SkyPM Report Manager, the system has to be configured first. The following settings have to be configured before logs and live data view can be used. Bunkering event settings, customized log settings, fuel switchover settings, maintenance log settings, Meteo Pilot settings. As you can see, the main parts of SkyPM Report Manager are the live data view, voyage management, and log entries. First, we will take a look at the live data view. The main view offers a real-time display on the bridge of the ship's speed over ground and fuel consumption, resistance curve, and optimal speeds. 3 different speed profiles help you optimize the voyage for different goals. Speed over ground is calculated with data from the ship's GPS system. You can click on the field to zoom in and out of the timeline. The specific fuel consumption directly below shows the fuel consumption of the ship, which is calculated with input from the fuel flow meters. Here, you also have the option to click on the field to zoom in and out of the timeline. On the upper right-hand side, there are 3 fields for different speed profiles, each calculated in real time for actual voyage conditions. Clicking on the speed profile will select the profile. The diagram will change accordingly. You can see the green bar, which indicates an optional operating point, changes with different speed profiles. Profit speed shows the most profitable speed under actual voyage conditions. It takes into account fuel costs, voyage revenues, fees, expected bunker price as defined by the office onshore. EcoSpeed shows the speed for the lowest fuel consumption per nautical mile under actual voyage conditions. It takes your ship's parameters into consideration. ETA speed optimizes the speed to reach the destination at a given time. The ETA speed gets data from the Wetterwelt Meteo Pilot software or from reports such as the departure or noon report, where the ship's ETA is entered. The diagram shows the specific fuel consumption in relation to the speed over ground for a selected speed profile. The green bar indicates the selected speed profile. A black cross shows the actual operating point. Adjust the ship's speed to match the desired speed profile in order to optimize your voyage. Just click on a speed profile on the upper right side and see how the optimal operating point and the green bar in the diagram switch the small circle, rectangle, and triangle. Each of the three speed profiles has a separate icon in the diagram. A small gray circle indicates the optimal operating point for profit speed. A small gray square indicates the optimal operating point for eco speed. And lastly, a small triangle indicates the best operating point for ETA speed. The last two fields in the lower right corner are the main engine fuel consumption rate and the main engine fuel consumption rate for 24 hours of steaming. Please feel free to pause the video and try selecting different speed profiles and zoom in and out of the fields. Next, we will take a look at the fuel range view. This view can be used as an alternative main view. Fuel range view shows the distance traveled per ton fuel. It shows the fuel range in relation to speed over ground, while main view shows the fuel consumption in relation to speed over ground. The values are updated 10 times per second. The fuel range view is almost identical in parameters and handling. It shows the same three speed profiles on the upper right side, the speed over ground from GPS values, and a diagram in the middle. It differs in two aspects. In the upper middle area is the field for fuel range. Instead of the specific fuel consumption as seen at the same place in main view, the fuel range is displayed. This shows the fuel range in nautical miles per ton of fuel. The diagram in the middle of the screen also differs from the diagram in main view. Whereas the diagram in main view shows the specific fuel consumption in relation to the ship's speed, the diagram in fuel range view shows the ship's fuel range in relation to its speed over ground. The diagram helps you optimize the actual operating point as indicated by a black cross, to match the desired speed profile as indicated by a green bar. Selection of the speed profile works in the same way as in main view. Just click on a speed profile in the upper right side and see how the optimal operating point and the green bar in the diagram switch between the small circle, rectangle, and triangle. Please feel free to pause the video here as well and try selecting different speed profiles for your ship or zoom in and out of the fields. You also have the option to switch between main view and fuel range view and compare the views by yourself. Next, we will take a look at the third view in the live data view, the trim view. The trim view shows the actual roll and pitch movement as well as the list and trim angles. On the left side, you can see list angles, whereas the trim angles are displayed on the right side. Below the display is a button for the trim table. Click on Show Trim Table button at the bottom of the view to open the trim table. The trim table includes the center draft on the y-axis and the trim on the x-axis. Green colors indicate a high efficiency and a good fuel economy. Orange and red colors indicate a lower efficiency and subsequently higher fuel consumption rates. The size of the bubbles indicates the number of available measurement data for the respective trim condition, while the color indicates the level of efficiency. Calculations included in this table are based on the noon report draft entries and the measurement data recorded at 0 to 4 bull wind conditions by SkySails. Close the trim table by clicking on Close and return to the trim view. Now we will take a look at the fourth tab in the Live Data view, the Weather ETA tab. The Weather ETA module is only included if the Weather Routing module Meteo palette has been purchased. Weather ETA shows the weather impact on the ship's speed over ground and the resulting ETA based on the weather forecast and your defined route. Weather ETA supports two strategies. The constant engine load strategy should be selected when the office requests the ship to travel with a constant speed or engine load or shaft power. The ETA determined by the required engine load, the actual weather, and the route set in Meteo palette. The fixed arrival time strategy should be selected when the office requests the ship to arrive at a specific date and time in the future. In this case, the software will try to find a speed baseline that leads to an ETA close to the required time of arrival. For more information on the Weather ETA functionality and the Meteo palette, please see the separate quick guide Meteo palette for ships equipped with Meteo palette. In order to be able to optimize the ship's performance, the SkyPM Report Manager requires a set of ship parameters. Some of these parameters can be defined by evaluating the recordings of speed consumption fixings. The speed consumption fixing procedure ensures a systematic recording of the ship's fuel consumption characteristics over a wide range of speeds. This includes uncommon speeds during normal vessel operation in order to provide comparative data for all eventualities. Use the quick guide, SC Fixing, or see the manual for instructions on how to conduct the speed consumption fixing for optimum results. You surely have noticed the two buttons on the left side of the Live Data View screen. The functions you have used so far, like Main View and Fuel Range View, have offered you a pre-configured view to assist you in the optimal operation of the ship. The Aux or Auxiliary view, on the other hand, offers you several sets of free configurable tiles. Click on the Aux button to see 20 white tiles and 4 set buttons. Right-click on a tile to open a dialog, where you can choose a variable from the drop-down list. The first variable in the drop-down list is empty. Use this field if you want to remove a variable from the view. If you want a variable shown on a bigger space for better visibility, you can set a mark in the checkbox Scale 2x2. The variable will then be displayed on 4 tiles. To change a tile or reset it, simply right-click on it. You can then select a new variable or size for the tile. To deselect the tile and revert it to a black and white tile, choose the first black variable from the drop-down list. You can also select a different set of tiles by clicking on another set button. Right now, we were configuring tiles on the first set. Click on Set 2 to select a different set. For better organization of tiles, you can rename the set buttons. A right-click on a set button lets you rename the description of the button. Please feel free to pause the video now and test the creation and deletion of variables in the auxiliary view, or experiment with different views and speed profiles in the main view. Now you have a basic understanding of the functionalities of the live data view. You have seen the main view with its display of the specific fuel consumption in relation to the ship's speed. You have learned about the different speed profiles available for the main view and the fuel range view. These are profit speed, eco speed, and ETA speed. Profit speed optimizes the ship's speed for maximum profitability. Eco speed optimizes for lowest fuel consumption for the voyage, and ETA speed helps you to reach your destination in a timely and economical fashion. The main view has almost the same look as the fuel range view, which shows the range of the ship for 1 ton of fuel at a given speed. You also got a quick look at the trim view as well as the functionalities of the Weather ETA tab for customers who also bought Meteopilot. A speed consumption fixing is recommended when the system has been newly installed on the ship. Finally, you learn how to configure a display for yourself in the auxiliary view. Now we will move on to the voyage management part of the application. Voyage management supports you with the following functions. Reporting. Reporting consists of arrival, departure, and noon reports. Voyage editing. Adding and editing of voyages, ports, and cargo. Voyage planning. Activation and completion of voyages and passages. For examples on how to create, plan, and activate a voyage, see the video tutorial Voyage Planning or the corresponding quick guide. The Log Entry tab enables you to continuously log events as they occur, together with additional relevant information. It is divided into 3 sections: nautical logs, bunker management, cargo management. Nautical logs include the anchor log, berth log, canal log, as well as a customized log where you can record values which have been defined by you beforehand. The maintenance log, pilot log, a time lost event log, a trim log, and the weather log are also part of the nautical logs. The bunker management section consists of 3 logs: a bunkering event log, a bunker log, and the fuel switchover report. The last of the 3 log sections is the cargo management section, which contains only the cargo log. For a detailed explanation on how to fill out log entries, see the video tutorial or the quick guide log entry. A separate quick guide is available for the fuel switchover report. Now you have learned how to use the main view and its different functionalities to optimize your voyage. You have learned to create a voyage in the Voyage Management section and how to activate the different parts of a voyage, such as port stay and sea passage between pilot stations. You have also learned how to create reports and log entries for different parts of your voyage. SkySails has created a series of quick guides and other video tutorials for the SkySails Report Manager. You will also find helpful information in the SkySails Report Manager manual. This concludes the video tutorial. Please feel free to rewatch the video at your convenience. To take a closer look at certain parts of the video or to take notes, you may press pause at any time during the video.